You know, that's what he personified.
That's what they. I think that's what they told to do. Him and that's what they gonna do. And to create that drama they needed to have. And
hey Chuck, is it possible you turn your light on in your car so we can see you? Because you're making great comments.
It's just like that's just those tactics that they do to distract you. And I mean, as a bully or as a male chauvinist, you it's like that when you have to talk loud, and when you soft spoken, that's why the loud person is always keeps coming with a jab, 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 so people can hear him. And it was a strategy. What it was last night, it was a strategy. And
I get it.
Nobody, and then all I'm saying is, Harris had an opportunity. She was given those 30 seconds, and she kind of should have just flipped back and reverted back and finished up answering the previous question. And but I'm just saying, his strategy, he was putting out some shit. He used them 30 seconds. It worked.
I thought he used those 30 seconds to just commit more lies, man. To be honest with you, I mean, it is what it is.
And that was
trying to say stuff. Yeah, but let's move on, man. Let's move on. I want to get to the next topic over here.
That's right.
We're talking about today. The FBI uncovered a plot by several militia members in Michigan to kidnap the Democratic governor, Gretchen Whitmer. I believe there was about 11 individuals. Correct me if I'm wrong.
13. Last I read, it was 13.
Yeah. And so let me take this around the horn, man. I feel like this is just par for the course. It will continue to happen. There's going to be a couple things like this probably that will lead up to the election. I'm going to start it off with you, McLeod. What you think?
Yeah, man. I was reading about this today. It's just like you said, it's par for the course. It's this Trumpism, man. He's emboldened them to be able to do this type of stuff. I was reading they were calling for like 200 militia members to storm the Capitol. I'm like, dude, this is 2020, man. It's not the 1700s, So they supposed to kidnap her and they supposed to take over the Capitol. I'm like, what? But I'm just waiting on our president to denounce these guys. So.
Well, keep waiting. Bro, you be waiting a long time, my brother. Kick it off, cool. What you think?
First of all, I want you to think about this. So obviously these were white men in America, right? And they decided to do it. Question: what would happen if these guys were Muslim? What would the news headline say? Terrorist.
Yeah.
So my thing is, hold on a second, man. These white guys came in and they try to, to me it was a coup. You're trying to kill the governor. These were terrorists. So we call it what it is. Let's quit beating around the bush. These were terrorists. They were anti-American. They were terrorists.
These are patriots. These are patriots.
No, they was terrorists. They weren't patriots. They was terrorists. And these guys need to get get punished with the full extent of the law in America. And I'm waiting for the president of the United States to denounce these guys, to tell them the same thing like he told the protesters who were taking out statues. That's all they did, took down statues. They had a plot to kill the governor. I need him to stand up and be the president of the United States and denounce this and give these guys the full extent of the law.
Yeah, he's the law and order president. Let's go, law and order president.
And I believe President Trump will do it. Have faith in President Trump that he will make it happen.
Man,
President Trump, don't let me down, brother. Let's go.
Cool. Where are you headed? Where are you headed with that, man?
I believe the president. I believe the president of the United States, man. He's a guy of law and order.
Law and order.
Think about this. He's law and order. He is the main guy that would denounce this, and he would step up to the plate. I truly believe this. President Trump, don't let us down. That's all I got to say about it.
It ain't gonna make me change my vote.
What are you trying to do? You trying to persuade somebody, man? Ralu, kick it
off, man. The law and order, President Trump.
Hey, man.
I appreciate sarcasm, cool. But what he's saying is right. That I'm sure he'll come out and say something like they're good people or some shit like that.
They're fine people.
But it's not shocking. I saw videos last week of people saying this guy was saying, if Trump loses, it's going to be a war. If Trump wins, it's going to be a war. I mean,
Yeah, I saw that.
These guys are strung tight right now. They went up to the Capitol earlier this year with their arms. Now this next step. But Cool's 100% right. If these were people of color, much less Muslims, they'd be classified as terrorists.
Well, what's interesting is that, Governor Wilmer had, some of the harshest COVID restrictions in the nation. And, and so they were, they were upset about the fact that, she was making them wear masks and that they, all the businesses were closed. Like, what she was obviously just trying to use her police powers to restrict the number of corona cases that were coming. But of course, they took it as, a violation of their freedoms and what have you, And so, they got together and created a Facebook page and got, essentially FBI doing what they do is they went and intervened or, planted a mule or somebody in there to intervene and try to uncover this plot. So, but it just goes to show how, it doesn't, with lack of leadership and underlying tones of what you're saying, can get people riled up without having to say it forcefully. You get people, reading between the lines, all people need to go ahead and do some dumb shit. And that's exactly what's happening. So I don't know what to say about that, but I can say this, is that it's going to happen again. You're going to have some shit in Texas, probably have something in Florida before the election. And God knows, election, they already talking about, Trump supporters already talking about freaking, what did Trump say? That's guard the polls, Great witness intimidation. Yeah. Chuck, what you think about that, man?
I mean, like we've all been talking about, we said it a long time ago, what was going to happen. We're going to have, we got this division going on, and those others on the other side, they going like you said before, they going to come together. They're going to start this civil war. And they're going to, this is just like different cases and situations out there. And they're going to put militia names like that. They're going to try to confuse us with different types of names, but they're going to call us, like Carmichael said, terrorists.
Thugs and looters.
So you just need to be prepared. We need to be prepared mentally.
So prepared mentally or prepared physically or prepared, in terms of an arms standpoint. What you talking about prepared? We got JT all the way from New York City getting in on the call. You heard what's going down. We're talking about the FBI plot, or I should say the militia plot in Michigan that the FBI has uncovered. Tell me what you think, man.
Yeah, look, I think that's a small minority of people that are inclined to do some physical harm based on ideology beliefs in America. I don't think that cuts across a lot of people. I think that, they've talked about the KKK infiltrating the police force, obviously militia. But if you go back and look at, truly how much damage, physical or, to someone's person the KKK has done over the years, it's not a lot. It's more hype than anything. And any, informed, law enforcement at a high level will tell you that. So you're going to have these folks, these groups out there that actually take action on their ideological beliefs, but I think it's a small minority. And look, they're not as sophisticated as they think they are. And obviously, they want to publicize it, and then this is what happens. It gets picked up by the feds, and then, bye-bye.
But JT, man, let me ask you this. There are militias all over the country, man.
Yeah.
And you know as well as I know, whether it be in Texas, whether it be in the Great Pacific states of, you know, Montana, Washington, Oregon, those places like that, where folks are out there, man, you know, they're out there training. And you're saying that all that's just a small percentage, you know, of people that's out here that's, you know, thinking about, oh, we want to, you know, protect our freedoms and
Yep.
even if it means taking the freedoms of other people away.
You've had a black president for 8 years.